What's up, guys? We are back, and I'm looking at some more MLB plays today over on PrizePicks. Last MLB video, we had a 3-0 sweep, and also yesterday we went 3-1 for the NFL first quarter. But the video before that, we actually posted NFL, which cashed for 10x, as you can see there. So we've been killing it in these videos because we went from an MLB sweep to a sweep here in the NFL right there, and then missed by just one single leg in yesterday's video. So let's stay hot with some more winners today. You guys said the like goal yesterday, which is why we have 3 plays in today's video. If you guys want a third play tomorrow, be sure to leave a like on this video here. If we get to 125 likes, I'll drop a third bonus play for you guys in tomorrow's video as well. And while you're done leaving a like, you may as well also subscribe to the channel with those notifications on. That way you get in before these lines get bumped to get removed. And last thing before we get to today's plays is to not miss out on checking out the Dub Club. The Dub Club gives you access to all of my plays sent straight to your phone and access to my Discord. But right now, my Dub Club is 50% off for a limited time or 60% off of the next 3 months. You see some of the winners that we've had this year, like the MLB right there, like 52 grand. You have some of the testimonies from guys being in the Dub Club and just absolutely loving it, as you can see there. It is a very, very good place to be. It truly is. So come join us right now with that discount that's going on right now. But when you join the Dub Club, the first thing you should do is connect your Discord to Dub Club. That way you get access to all of the different perks on my Discord. That includes the correlation tab. You can see entries look like this. Yesterday we cast a 10x, 9.5x, and a 7x yesterday. We crushed it yesterday. We had a major day right there, cashing a couple of 4-mans, 5-mans, and also, of course, this NFL entry as well for 10x right there with that Collier $25 max discount. You also have my community chat, of course, to talk to me and the members about plays, whatever's going on, and all of my contributors' plays. That comes for pretty much every sport out there, whether that's golf, the WNBA, soccer, esports, KBO, baseball. These guys do some amazing work. So come join us in the Dub Club because we are cashing left and right. We've cashed a 4-man or better in 4 straight days now. That's how good we've been. And like I said, there's really no better time to join where it is 50% off with the link available in my description or 6% off of the next 3 months if you're looking for a longer term option. Both options are linked in my description. And by the way, we have NHL coming back in less than a month now, as well as NBA coming back in like a month and I think it's like 2 days. So NBA, NHL right around the corner. MLB playoffs coming up here as well as NFL. It truly is the best time to be in the Dub Club. So come join us while we're hot. And now with that out of the way, let's get to these free plays. Make sure you play responsibly at your own risk. Leave a like on this video here and subscribe if you're not already. And let's get to these plays. The first play I like on the PrizePicks board for tonight's slate is going to be over in the fantasy score category because I like Matt Olson. Over 6.5 fantasy score today against the Detroit Tigers. Now, Matt Olson here has been over his fantasy score in 54% of games. I think the Braves performed pretty well today. While they are underdogs, they're going to be on the road here with an over-under of 9 runs. So I don't necessarily think that they win this game. I do think that they will put up a good amount of runs. So to kind of get a sample of that, I'm going to look at games when the Braves have won. When they put up, a good amount of runs and they win, he's been over this in 70% of games. In his last 20, he's been over in 75%, as you can see. And he's also been over this in 8 straight games. At least in wins, but he's been over this line in any games in 6 straight games. So he's been killing it as of late. The Braves also been as a team just hot as of late. They finally gotten it together, although it's a little bit late for them to do that. But you have the matchup here against Charlie Morton. He has a 154 batting average, which is pretty bad, but he has a 280 or 267 on-base percentage because of how many walks that Charlie Morton gives up. 2 hits, including a home run with 3 RBIs. I think this time around he gets a little bit of a better look against Charlie Morton. I really do. But he's a 274 average here against righties, so it's slightly worse. Morton's a little bit better against lefties. Kind of got that reverse split with a 4.72 ERA, but that ERA is still very bad at a 4.72. I'm also not super worried about this history considering Morton's had a much worse year than he has had in the past. He's kind of fallen off a little bit. And Matt Olson is a 374 on-base average, but he faces the curveball, fastball, sinker today. The curveball is a 374, still the same on-base average there. The fastball is a 405, and this sinker is a 435. So he crushes all 3 of these pitches that Charlie Morton throws, his top 3 pitches. So overall, I'm feeling pretty good about Matt Olson here with Morton kind of regressing and just having a rough year. 4.72 ERA is very bad, and considering his actual ERA is a 5.56, I'm feeling pretty good about Matt Olson here. Overall, I just think he's in a great spot. He's been very, very hot as of late. The Braves have been hot as a whole today, which kind of leads me to the next player that I'm going to take. And that's going to be his teammate on the over of Jurickson Profar. Over his fantasy score, also at 6.5. I think the hits, runs, and RBIs for these players are good if you're not on PrizePicks. I prefer the fantasy score just because of how many walks that Charlie Morton gives up. I'd be surprised if Matt Olson or Profar did not get walked in this game. But 56% rate this year for Jurickson Profar. But in wins this year, doing the same thing we did with Matt Olson. He's been over this in 71% of games, last 20, 65%. But he's been pretty good in his last couple of games here. He's been over this in 5 of his last 6 games. Of course, extremely correlated with Matt Olson. When he's gone over, Profar's likely gone over as well. Now, let's look into the matchup, though, against Charlie Morton. He has a much better history against Charlie Morton. He's a 263 average, but a 462 on base percentage. He's getting on base 46% of the time in 26 plate appearances against Charlie Morton, which is very good. 5 hits, including 1 home run, which was a solo shot. You have a 249 batting average there against righties for Profar this year, while Morton has a 4.72 ERA against lefties, but it's because he's a switch hitter. You have the 358, though, on-base average here for Profar, but again, the curveball is a 480. He's getting on base about 48% of the time against the curveball. Fastball, 375, sinker is a 412. So he's crushing all 3 of those pitches, the curveball, fastball, sinker, just like Matt Olson. These guys are obviously extremely correlated, as you can see, just even based off the last couple of games here, just how many games they went over together. Like all of these games here, they went over together, I believe, between the 9-13 Houston and the 9-16 Washington game there. They went over together in all of those games there. These guys are extremely correlated, should be hopefully batting back-to-back in the lineup with Profar leading off and Matt Olson behind him. So feeling pretty good about both these players here on the over. Now, before we get to my next play, if you've already seen Rebet, it is one of the newer apps out there, and it's very cool because it's in so many states. But you can actually pick teams to win the game. You pick teams for the spread, the total. It's a very, very cool app. And of course, they have players on here as well. Like if you go to Prop City, you can see all the different players on here as well, for like stolen bases, hits, runs, and RBIs, or whatever you guys are really looking for. They pretty much have on this app for the most part. It's in so many states, as you can see right there. And if you use my promo code DOMG, you can get a $100 purchase match when you sign up for Rebet. So go check it out for yourself with the link available in my description for Rebet. It's a cool app. Check it out for yourself. And again, use my promo code DOMG when signing up for Rebet. And while we are on the topic, I should also mention that you can actually get a free month of my Dub Club if you happen to use my promo code DOMG on an app that I'm affiliated with. Just take a screenshot when you use my promo code on the app and send that to domgpropsvip@gmail.com, and I can send you back a free month of my Dub Club just like that. So if you go to sign up for Rebet today using my promo code, make sure that you take a screenshot and send that to my email, and I will send you back a link for a free month of my Dub Club. All right, now moving on to my next play here. It's going to be one of my favorite players for this slate today, and that is going to be George Springer, and I'm actually going to also take him over 6.5 fantasy score. Pays out 5.75x today over on PrizePicks, but if you do not have fantasy score available to you, like I said earlier, I instead like the over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs for Olson, Profar, and Springer tonight. Now, Springer's in an interesting spot here because he's been over his line in 57% of games this year. His hits, runs, and RBIs to the line today, though, is at 2.5. Sometimes it's like a minus money right there on the over of 2.5, which his 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs line, minus 211 to minus 265, which is a 57% hit rate. His fantasy score, 57% hit rate. So this value on Springer today is ridiculously good, it seems. Now, he's been over 57%, like I said, but the Toronto Blue Jays are relatively favored in this game. They're going to be a minus 144 favorite on the road with a 9-run over-under, and the Reds having a 4.91 ERA. So I'm loving the matchup already for Springer. And in wins this year, he's actually been over his line in 71% of games. In his last 20, 80% of games. He's had at least 3 fantasy score in every single win in his last 20 games. Now, the matchup for him is going to be very good as well. In the past, though, he's only had 1 plate appearance. Nothing for him there. No concern there at all. It was 1 plate appearance. 318 average, though, against righties here for Springer, while Lorenzen's even worse against righties himself with a 5.14 ERA. Even if his batting average allowed is a little bit better, his ERA is going to be worse. You have the fastball, slider, and the sinker combo, which Springer has a 3.99 on-base average. Against the fastball, though, it goes up to a 4.41, which is ridiculously good. You have the slider at a 3.52, and then the sinker was a 4.65. So fastball and the sinker is extremely good. Slider is still competent at a 3.52. But the fastball sinker is a very, very good. I love that. So those are my 3 plays here. Matt Olson over fantasy score, / hits, runs, and RBIs. Profar over 6.5 fantasy score, as well as George Springer, also over 6.5 fantasy score. I'm not done, but one more reminder to join the Dub Club if you have not already is 50% off for a limited time or 60% off of the next 3 months. Yesterday, we cashed a 9x right there, or that one I think was 7x. This one was 9.5x, and then we cashed, of course, the NFL 10x right there as well. So we had a crazy day yesterday. We're going to run it right back with some more winners tonight over in the Dub Club. We've cashed a 4-man or better in 4 straight days now. We're going to continue to do that. So come join us if you've not already. Link is available in my description for my Dub Club. make sure that you connect your Discord to Dub Club to get access to my Discord. But I want to talk about this here. It's called Player Profit. And Player Profit can get you access to a large bankroll for cheap. It sounds way too good to be true, but once you fully understand the concept, it makes a lot more sense. But pretty much how it works is that you basically get access to like a $1,000 bankroll if you spend $30, for example, or $5,000 for like $125 right there if you want to multiply it by 5. It's a very, very cool concept. And how you get access to this bankroll for yourself is by passing 2 phases, basically. So we're going to give you a simulated bankroll of 1,000 when you first start off in phase 1. What you have to do is make 20% profit before you lose 15%, which is called units. You have to make 20 units before you lose 15 units. You have to do that twice, in phase 1 and phase 2. And then you get to the funded phase. And once you get to the funded phase, you get access to that $1,000 bankroll where you can withdraw 70% of the profits. If you buy the pro version, you get some other perks. You can like make live plays, for example, and you can actually withdraw, I believe, 85% of the profit instead of 70%, which is available in standard. Now, you can see where I am in my journey, actually. I have the $50,000 package personally, and I'm actually on phase 2, as you can see here. And I'm already about halfway to get into that funded phase. And you can see I'm up like, 10 units so far, basically. So I'm halfway there, man, to get into that funded phase at a $50,000 package. And this is my first attempt, by the way. So if you are actually profitable, like I clearly am here, you can see, guys can see, you should not have to, you shouldn't really struggle here, I would say. If you are consistently profiting, like, again, I am, it'll take some time, but you will get through these phases, and you can get access to a pretty large bankroll. There are some other things that can make you lose the account, though, or fail the challenge. Just make sure that you're not spending or losing more than 10 units in a day, or I should say 10 units or more. There's a couple other things too, but I would just really, if you're looking to get on Player Profit, make sure that you watch this video to fully understand the concept, because there are some things that if you gloss over, it can really screw you out of like the purchase that you make on your package. But first try for me at a $50,000 package, and you guys can see here, I'm on the phase number 2, and I'm halfway through completing that. I'm basically 3/4 of the way through the entire challenge to get into that funded phase. All my picks for Player Profit are actually in my Discord, which is actually available for free. If you click on Player Profit down here, you can see all my Player Profit plays. We're going 3-1 basically every single day, which has led to my profit mark being right there. But the best part is that if you were looking to purchase a package here on Player Profit, if you use my promo code DOMG, you can actually get 10% off of your purchase, and that's for as many packages as you buy. So let's say you want to get the $5,000 package, then you fail, you want to buy it again, you can use my promo code DOMG again for another 10% off. Thank you guys for watching. I can see you guys hopefully in the next video. Best of luck. If you want to submit a $5,000 profit on PrizePicks, watch this video on your screen right here.